Philippines' original light rock radio, 96.3 WRocK. Have a fantastic Wednesday to Yvonne Ducklon and her BFF Eva Abelio. Hello everybody, Billy here with you on WRocK, and it's episode 71 of Bill Please, brought to us by PAGCOR, Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, and also Freshman Masculine Wash. I'm broadcasting live here on the 20th floor of Golden Peak Hotel, Cebu City. We're live on our Facebook page, 96.3 WRocK, live as well on TikTok and on Instagram. And also, we have a channel on YouTube, 96.3 WRocK. Thank you for joining me. And the topic is first impressions. A first impression actually is the initial opinion or even a perception or a judgment of someone of you when you meet for the first time. A first impression is very important because your future interactions will somehow be affected by the first impression that you made on the other person. This first impression is based on many factors, and that would include your physical appearance, your body language, and your overall demeanor. So when you are about to meet someone and that person happens to meet you for the very first time, the first impression that you should show or give should be a very good one, not a bad one. So first impressions are very important and they are very lasting. Feel free to write your comments, your impressions, your advice on our comment sections on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Shout outs are also very welcome. First impression can be surprisingly accurate. 76% ang ilang mga impression insakto. First impressions are based on a wide range of characteristics: your age, your race, your culture, language, gender, physical appearance, accent, posture, voice, number of people present, and economic status, and time allowed to process. When you are in a social setting and an introduction is required, how you shake the hand of the other person counts a lot. How do you make a good handshake? Just grip the person's hand, not too crushing, not too tight, not too hard, and not too soft and not too limp. So your handshake can give you away. If your handshake is limp, no warmth at all, no pumping of the hand, as if you're not interested, that gives a not so good impression of you. That means you're holding back. Maybe you're not so welcoming of that person. So a handshake can be a way of saying, uy, kinisikuan, itong taong to, parang mabuti. This may be a good person because of the handshake that you have given. Also, a smile. How do you smile when you meet someone for the first time? If you ask me, I feel a bit awkward when a stranger, person I haven't met before, someone I don't know, and then smile in public. I can smile back, but it may not be a smile that lasts for a long time on my face. So I feel awkward. But if I get visitors here at the radio station and they come over here to meet us, to see me, then my smile is much brighter when they visit me here. But in public, morag maulaw pa ko gamay, I'm a bit shy, and of course, I'll try my best to smile back. First impressions are very important, especially when you're applying for a job. Job interviews, you should give a very good impression. Impressions that come from your sincerity, from your genuineness, and from your honesty. A job interview, you give them your resume, your application letter, and you are asked questions. Make sure that you answer with honest answers, and that you be very genuine, and don't try to be phony. Don't be a fake when when you're in a job interview. Give right answers, give truthful answers, and don't try so hard to pass off as someone who is very chummy or friendly already. Remember that it's a job interview and look for a new job, so you need to be more professional looking and honest, and of course, not too casual and not too familiar and not too chummy. When you meet a new client, make sure that you're dressed up in such a way that you're presentable, that you smell good. Your hygiene is very important. When you meet a new client, kailangan yung first impression that you give should be very, very positive. Para siya, you can get that person's service or product, or you can help that person promote this company or products, whatever. So establish a good rapport already through the good impression that you make. First impressions are truly important, especially when you are in a new setting, social gatherings, family affairs, get-togethers. You need to give good impressions. You haven't met your cousins, your aunts, your relatives for the first time, and when you meet them at a party, give a good impression. But don't fake it so much. You can put on a smile, even if you're shy and awkward. Smile, be polite, be courteous. First impressions last for a long time. And the first impressions that you make can no longer be, can be changed if you get the chance to meet the person in the future. So your first impression should be good, because that's what other people remember about you and about me. Even online, your first impressions count a lot. Your profile picture should match your personality. If it's a business profile, make sure that you look professional and believable and respectable. First impressions also are very important when you go out on a date. Kung mag-date kayo ng girlfriend mo on a first date, make sure that you smell good, and make sure that you give your full and honest attention and respectful attention to your date. Make sure that you look good, and check the fingernails, check your shoes, check your pants, your dress. I hope you're not overdressed, and I hope that you're not too casual. So depende lang sa inyong first date. So not only are people quick to form first impressions, they are also fairly accurate when the target presents themselves genuinely. Ako, when I meet people, I find it difficult to fake things. So more or less what they see is what they get, in my case. So sometimes the first impression I give is a bit suplado or muso, or not so friendly, not so warm. But, if you give me time, we can talk and we can make chika-chika, then I can warm up to you. Then the first impression probably that you have of me, basig mausab, and that would be good. All right, so let me greet some people. Feel free to go sa among Facebook page, comment section, Instagram and TikTok. And to TikTok, we have Joy08. My dream before was to be a DJ in WRocK. I hope that dream comes true. Joy08. Maria Olivia Santos is watching on TikTok from Valenzuela. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you for watching Bill Please, episode 71, which is all about first impressions. Hirayas ZZ, Hi Sir Billy, also on TikTok, Jennifer Sorio, No More Smile, Under the Ocean. Hello to all of you. And Annika D, Mugiwara, Mickey280, and DK Silar, Lawrence, and Spicy Lai, all from TikTok, watching Bill Please. Maraming salamat. First impressions. They're very important. A first impression becomes a filter that we use for a future interaction. So, if you have given someone a not so good impression sa first meeting, there's a chance na dili siya ganahan o ayaw niyang makipagkita sa iyo ulit because of the not so good or bad impression that you've shown that person sa first meeting pala. Someone may think, look, this person seems to be hambugero or arrogant or hindi masyadong parang nagpapabili. If that's the impression you give the other person, that person may not opt to see you again And if you give a very, very positive impression to others, if you come off as someone very sincere, very warm, friendly, not too chummy, not too aggressive, and that person may have you as a possible date in the future. So importante, first dates, job interviews, first time to be in school, first time to be in the workplace, first time to be anywhere, you've got to give a good first impression. This episode is brought to us again by Pacor. Thank you very much, Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation. Daghang salamat to Freshman Masculine Wash. Let me now go to our Facebook page. First impressions are largely subconscious, and first impressions are very persistent. Hindi yan matatanggal agad sa isipan natin. And that is so true. What we think of the person for the first time, nasa utak na yan. Nasa utak na natin yan. And then, first impressions can be difficult to change. Going live now, so let me read this greetings. Susan E. say, hello po, hi, happy Wednesday. Just be true to yourself, friendly, and be respectful and be kind. I agree with you, Susan. When I met Susan for the first time in person here at WRocK, very warm and very good personality ang ipinakita ni Susan. So, nagustuhan ko agad si Susan. First impression ko sa kanya, very, very positive. Chu, good morning, sir. DJ Billy. Hi to Chu Abarientos. Rosaline Temple or Temple. Good morning, Sir Billy. Watching and listening here in our office somewhere in Kasambagan, Cebu City. Uy, di man musulti, Sir Rosaline. What's in office? Jonathan Abapo. Morning, sir. I want to say hi and hello to Maria Charina. Thank you so much for viewing, Jonathan. AJ Pin. Speaking from experience, we must never do things that will put people off or say anything that will offend that person. We should always be mindful of our actions, words, as well as body language. Rabs Baklan, good morning, dear idol DJ Billy. Happy Wednesday. Rabs, thanks for viewing. And Jover Nelfa Vergara, do not talk about yourself always. That is so true. Meet ka ng person for the first time, and what you always talk about is yourself. Pangit yan. That only shows that you are self-centered, probably an egotistic person. So allow the other person to share about themselves. You're giving a good impression when you listen attentively, when you give your full attention, and when you even give follow-up questions, or you nod your head and there's eye contact, and that means that you are interested in that person who's talking to you. Instagram people watching, Bill please, ako si Nick Id de Guzman. Hi, hello Nick. Chris Lat 1122. Hi to you, Chris. And Maria X Vela. And to Kathy Ocha. Thank you for viewing. And Riz Correa. Good morning from Cebu City. Again, do first impressions last. They last because they are very powerful. You meet someone on July 2nd, today, and then you gave that person a beautiful impression of yourself. Well, that person will always, probably will remember you for a long time. And that person may interact with you again in the future. So first impression can affect your future connections, can affect your job search. It can also affect your search for a partner. First impressions are very, very important. So first meetings are very crucial. Make sure that your first meeting, your first impressions are very positive, very likable, very nice, very true, not peke, not fake, not phony. So always be true and let the positive traits that you have be shown good. So first meeting. I'll be back and we'll be taking a break. I'll be back with greetings and shout outs and more. Bill, please, live your time is 10:14. We're still live on Instagram, TikTok, and of course, we have a YouTube channel and on Facebook. Thank you so much. Bill, let me drink. What impression does a bald man give? Ano daw, ano ba ang impression ng nabibigay ng isang taong kalbo? Tulad ko, I don't have hair. I used to have a lot of hair before. But again, nag-age naman ko, my hair has fallen off and I shave it off. I still have hair, but I shave my head para live ko good siya tanaw. So the impression that a bald person gives to others, confident daw na siya. So a bald person, yes, and authoritative. I've read on the internet na ang mga upaw kuno, ang mga kalbo ay authoritative, they're confident, and they're very genuine, and they're true to themselves. Hindi nahiya ang mga kalbo na hindi mahiya ang kalbo na magpakita ng kanilang totoong shape ng kanilang ulo. So just like me, but I think I look good. No, di mo ko pati tanaw sa akong pagkalbo. Do I look good, Chris? Thank you to Chris Seno, and thank you also to Efren Matobalonas for the help today, July 2, 2025. And sa Manila, we have Anthony Tusi and Shrubs Hodrial, who are always helping us promote Bill Please, and of course, promoting WRocK 96.3, the Philippines' original light rock radio. First impressions, they last, and they are very important. All of our relationships are affected by the first impressions that we make. If people's first impression of you is that you are friendly, competent, and trustworthy, they are more likely to feel comfortable around you. And they are then more likely to consider you a friend, and they start to open up to you. If you're too quiet, too silent, and too self-absorbed, well, that can be, well, that's not good. People will find it difficult to be warm to you and to open up to you, to share with you probably intimate things about themselves. If the first impression that you create includes competency, wisdom, and intelligence, this will instill confidence in other people of your abilities and skills, and they will recommend you kung sa mga ilang mga future projects or events, or if ever they need a good leader, they can think of you because of the impression that you gave. So you may be a person of competence, of skills, you've got abilities and talents which other people can benefit from. Thank you so much for viewing. Well, let me go back to my Facebook Live. Daghang salamat sa mga nananaw. Salamat kayo. Harold Grimares, correct DJ. Proud kalbo here. Uy, upaw po di ay si Harold Grimares. Akpir, Harold. Wahoo! Morning. Now listening ang crew ng Durapest Temple. Thank you very much. And we are back sa radio. Bill Please, episode 71, sponsored by Pangor and Freshman Masculine Wash. Episode 71 topic is first impression. What impression have I given you? Now, may mga tao, they've seen me for the first time online, on social media. I created a page about a month ago, and surprised ng uban na, "Oy, this is how Billy looked like." Because they thought that they even thought that Billy, the DJ of WRocK, old ako nung tao, kaniadto, and then may uban AI kuno ko, artificial intelligence kuno ko, nasa uban yung Basig Americano or foreigner, but now they see me moving, speaking, smiling, and because of social media. Gonna say hello to Ray June Buhan. Ray June, please drive safely always. You are driving your big truck there in the U.S. You better take care, Ray June. And also hi to Errol Rimares. Once again, thank you. And to Glenn Cabao. Good morning, DJ Billy. Shout out to my beautiful wife, Irene Kanyar. Irene, Glenn, God bless you both. Reno Owano. There's no such thing as a second impression. A first man, Reno, diba? My first impression of you, Reno, was aligri de kanta when I met you in that gathering of yours, your reunion. Good person, Reno. Thank you. Jim Bryle, good morning. Shout out to Riskwise employees, Mr. Raff and Mr. Rellin. Concentrate sila sa ilang work. Thank you. Mfelags. Miss Fe. Starring. Huh? Good morning, Sir Billy. You gave me a good impression, Ma'am Fek, katong kanato, when you came over here and when you were introduced to me. Murag nagka-click na yun ta. Very good. John Lester Angelo Brigoli, good morning, Billy. Listening right now here in Manila. To mga taga Manila, hello to you. Thank you, John Lester. Edmund Lopez, good morning to you. Rabs, thank you. Neil Hife, good morning, DJ Billy. Shout out to the Hife family in Mingla and Tipadilla. Back to our topic, first impressions. Okay, how to make a great impression: make eye contact, smile, dress for the occasion if there is an occasion to go to or attend, be authentic. People can be remarkably quick to pick up on insincerity. Na yung mga tao madali na kayo, madali silang makadetect ng mga peke, mga hipokrito. So it pays to be yourself. Constant worry about whether you are saying or doing the right thing often comes across as insincerity as well. Don't be too much of a flatterer and be a good communicator. Listen more than you talk. A good guideline for this is to talk only a third as much as you listen. Ako, I like to listen. Mabalingon po ko. Listening to other people, laughing with them, laughing out loud with my friends, co-workers. I enjoy listening to their stories. Listening more shows that you are being attentive and let the other person feel heard. So make a good impression by being a good listener, by being genuine, by being positive, and dress for the occasion. Be presentable and use positive body language. Na may mga position po, no? The way you sit down, the way you stand, kuan kayo, hambog, may mga, the way you sit down, the way you stand, the way you move your hands, and there are people who keep pointing. You know, ganon. That's not a good body language. At saka yung palagi nakasimangot. Again, facial expressions should give you positive impressions. May magiging mo smile, eh? Mo smile and then mo bawas po storya. Happy listening to the U family in the US. Lista na mo ninyo, eh? Si Sean Yu, Shanice, Janice, Luke and Johnny, U family. Enjoy your life there in the US. Papa Opaw, Parehana ko, go there or go there. Good morning, DJ Billy, go there. And happy listening to Danilo Rama, Danny boy. Good morning. Take care and happy listening to Renato Sena Jr. from wife Chrysler. Naiuna na sila dito. Bad impression na, ha? Be punctual. If you are to see a date or have to meet someone or attend a meeting, 8 a.m., be there before 8 a.m. So be punctual. Arriving on time or a few minutes early shows respect for the other person's time. That's a good impression that you're giving. If you are punctual and follow up with them after you meet. As the saying goes, you won't get a second chance to make a first impression. That is so true. Di naman ka makabalik o take two. Oy, balik, meeting tagbalik eh. I will show you another facet of me. No, first impressions are first impressions, and there's no chance for you to make another first impression. But can you change? If you gave a not so good impression the first time, can you make a much better impression in the future? Yes, you can change a first impression. Consistent positive interactions. Nag-meet kayo, hindi masyadong positive ang nakikita mong impression. Kasi medyo madungis ka noon, or maybe nakainom ka, or maybe you were a little drunk. You can't, in the future, kung nagkaka-interact kayo ulit, you can make a new impression. Consistent positive interactions, repeatedly demonstrating positive behavior, skills, and character over time can gradually shift a negative impression. If I met you for the first time na hindi ko masyadong nagustuhan ng impression na ipakita mo, maybe sa second time na you meet, wait, hindi naman pala siya masyadong garaon. Hindi garaon sa galaw. Hindi naman siya ganun pala ka, he's much better now. Oh, mas mabuti siya ngayon. You can do that para ma-change ang pag-iisip ng tao towards you. Openly acknowledging past mistakes. If you've done something wrong, if you've said something wrong sa first meeting niyo, first time you nag-meet, and then you said something offensive, or probably you've made the other person feel very, very uncomfortable, sa second meeting, probably you can apologize. You can say, sorry for what I've said to you before. And then be humble enough to admit that, yes, you did something wrong. You said something wrong. And you truly apologize. And that person may have a good impression of you now because you were humble enough to say that you were wrong. That shows your vulnerability and your honesty. You can also rebuild trust. If the initial impression was negative, rebuilding trust through consistent actions. Again, consistent actions. Actions na positive. Para ma-erase, ma-cancel na yung first impression na pangit. So, be more positive in your actions and in your words in the future para ma-convince naman yung tao na ay, totoo palang hindi siya ganoon ka-bad. Sa friendships, sa relationships, sa first meeting pa lang yung sa future wife or future husband, and then nagdiga ng first meeting, hindi nagustuhan ng babae. Sa second meeting na magdi-date kayo, mabawi niyo yung hindi masyadong magandang na ipakita niyo sa partner niyo or sa person. Seeking support from others, having a trusted third party can provide positive feedback or share their positive experiences with you, can influence their perception. Maybe you can have a friend who would say to the person, uy, alam mo, hindi naman ganyan si Mark, hindi naman ganyan si Marisa. And then that person, that third party can pinpoint or share some of the very positive things about you, and baka naman makonvince yung person na, ay, ganyan pala si Nina, ganyan pala si Efren, ganyan pala si Loloy. Well, I really thought that he was like that, or she was like that. You can still make another good impression. So don't give up. Maybe you blew it, maybe you did not do so well. It's the first meeting, but, well, think positively. In short, while first impressions are powerful, they are not permanent. By consistently demonstrating positive qualities and actively working to rebuild the trust, it's possible to change how others perceive you over time. But medyo mahirap to pag if the company that's hiring or interviewing you, negative na yung impression, mahirap makabawi. Aplikante ka, napaka-negative ng ang impression na ibigay mo, mahihirapan ka makabawi when it comes to this setting. So, making a great first impression. Before that, gonna say hello to Rail B, watching from Quirino Province. And hi to Annie D. Good morning to you, Annie D. Bon Juvie, Zenoria, listening through TuneIn at Bato Toleno. Hello, Bon Juvie. Marvic San Diego and Diet Cabrera, watching Bill Please on TikTok. Daghan kaayong salamat. Online, make sure na nindot sa inyong mga pictures. Choose a clean background. Nagbitay sa imong luyo. Dirty clothes, mga hinayhay, not giving a good impression. Unorganized shelves, dirty surroundings, pusing-pusing ka to. Well, some people may not help. Well, they can help it. Muna mang ginailang lugar, no? But if you can improve sa imong background, much better if you can do that. Yes, a cleaner and a more pleasing background when you want to take a picture. Social media is a personal choice, and there are no rules that you must have social media profiles on all platforms. Kanya-kanya yan. And even your page, even your vlog. The first impression that you make sa first viewing pa lang ng tao, they check out your vlog, they check out your page, and then first time sila naka-check sa vlog. And nakita nila na, uy, I like her page, I like his page, oh, I like her vlog, I like his vlog. Possibly magsigil na siya na balik-balik with you. Margot, hello to you. Annie D, wonderful to remember the first time we encountered at SM City Cebu Triple V Express. Annie, thank you so much. Okay, Bill, please. Thank you. Make sure that your first impression is really good, memorable, and special because they last for a long time. But you can give yourself another chance. First impressions last, but you can get another chance. Consistent positive actions. This is Billy. Thank you so much to Pagor Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation. Thank you to Freshman Masculine Wash. And thank you so much for viewing. People sa Facebook, people sa TikTok, sa Instagram, and sa YouTube. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for the support. Thank you for joining me. Again, next week, July 9, Bill Plays episode 72. Goodbye.